How's it going, YWC? Guy on the internet who doesn't like reviews, bring you another TNA Impact Wrestling review. And let me say this about this particular TNA Impact. Was it better than last week's? Yes. Was it a great show? Rememberable show? Was it that? No. Was it a solid 2 hours of watchable television? Yes. So there were some things in here that were, I wouldn't say bad, but they kind of just, I don't know. Some of the things, I wouldn't say were slowed down or anything. I think the tapings are going to get a little bit better going on, especially with the future debut of Tommaso Ciampa, the GFW invasion. I think this was just, before you get into the full sprint, this was like the light jog until then. But it still has some good things here. So it starts off with Austin Aries and Bully Ray. Austin Aries talking about getting a world title shot. Bully Ray doesn't want to give it to him because he feels like he wants everything handed to him. And Bully's like, why don't you fight for stuff like Rockstar Spud? Aries says Spud is in his league. Spud comes out and pretty much gives complete praise to Austin Aries. Says he's the greatest TNA World Heavyweight Champion of all time. That's to be debated or whatever. Austin Aries is a great champion. He's a decorated champion, Triple Crown champion. And Austin Aries took that seriously, no matter what people say. It doesn't count if TNA has a Triple Crown champion. You just spit in Austin Aries, AJ Styles, Christopher Dan. You just spit all the Triple Crown winners' face when you say that shit doesn't matter. But anyway, Rockstar Spud, he challenges Austin Aries to a match. And Bully Ray puts this stipulation, Austin Aries puts stipulation on himself where he says, look, if I can't beat Rockstar Spud, I shouldn't be in a TNA wrestling ring. And then Bully Ray says, what, are you doing what I think you are? He said, yeah, but I want something for Austin Aries. If I win, I want Rockstar Spud's Rockstar name. So he would just be known as Spud, and I will be known as the Rockstar Austin Aries. And then he sucker punches Rockstar Spud before leaving the ring. And I know what some nerds are going to say. Austin Aries already left for ring. Yeah, you wouldn't know that without dirt sheets and the internet. You don't know how to appreciate the product as it comes. Oh, he got beat by Kurt. Rockstar Spud got beat by Kurt Angle. He wasn't going to win. Blah, 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 blah. Got that voice. Austin Aries left. Spud's gonna be Austin Aries. I don't need to watch the match. You don't need to watch the match. So you know how Rockstar Spud beats Austin Aries. You know how good the match was based off Austin Aries being in Ring of Honor. You know that. You know that. Anyway, Tigre Uno thing. They're paying themselves in the corner. This is one of the bad parts of Impact. They're paying themselves in the corner. I hope they have it, but it kind of looks the way they're hoping that Donald Trump comes to Impact. Look, he could blow up some minds and come to Impact, but probably not. He's doing his campaign thing. I wouldn't say it wouldn't happen, but they really need to next week. They need to have, probably not next week because there will be no surrender, but the week after that, they need to have somebody in this spot to play this Republican douchebag role. They need somebody like that. I don't care if it's an older guy, young guy, bring somebody up from OVW. Somebody needs to fill this spot because waiting on Donald Trump is going to get old. Please do not. Please, Tina, I hope you haven't painted yourself into this corner. Knockouts Championship match. Marty Bell takes on Brooke. I guess they're saving the rematch between Brooke and Taryn Terrell for something else. Probably no surrender. Is the entire Dollhouse defending, going against Brooke for the title, 3-on-1. Wow. Anyway, so pretty fair match. I think this was one of Marty Bell. Is this the second time she's wrestled or the third? Well, singly. I think the second time she's wrestled, and she did a pretty good job. Brooke, that ass though, that ass. Plus some pretty solid wrestling. The match ends after Taryn does a little bit of sneaky tactics to Brooke while Jade had the referee and Brooke distracted. The lights go out. Gail Kim's music hits, and she doesn't come out, but the lights go out, go back on, and that allows Brooke to win via distraction with the Butterface Maker or the X Factor or whatever. It is what it is, you know. Then you get EC3 coming out and talking about EC3. I love EC3. The promo he cut making fun of the Hardys, saying Jeff Hardy, out of all the contraptions Jeff Hardy has jumped off in his wrestling career, he breaks his damn leg, jump off his stupid moped. Then Jeff Hardy comes out and talks about he hopes that Matt Hardy beats EC3, but if he doesn't, or whatever, he wants to be the champion, and he feels like each and every day he's getting better, stronger, legs getting healed, but he feels like he may never wrestle the same again. So he's getting people used to maybe not wrestling that extreme style anymore. He's probably going to slow it down, so get used to that. He's not the same Jeff Hardy. He's getting old. You break a fucking leg and you do that same shit that he does. So he might have to slow it down to a more mat-based style, no pun intended. Matt Hardy comes out and he says the Hardy Boys aren't in contention with each other. Only stupid idiots like that shout at the YWC, IWC. Only the stupid idiots think that we hate each other or we're in competition with each other. We support each other. We're brothers. And he says, look, when we're going to make a match against me and you, EC3, Matt Hardy and EC3, Tyrus can't be there. And it's also going to be a full metal mayhem match. So next week in the main event, Matt Hardy challenges our Lord and Savior of wrestling, EC3, in a full metal mayhem match. This is going to be good. Then you get Eric Young challenging Chris Melendez. Chris Melendez comes out with Kurt Angle, and Chris Melendez cuts a pretty good promo. And he says, hey, look, I served over in the country, but you have more experience than me in wrestling right now. You know, but you know, you defeated me clean and fair the past couple of times. But look, I never accept defeat. I always strive and prosper and do all that. Now that's a good slogan for Chris Melendez. If you ever have a T-shirt, never accept defeat. That's wow, my face is greasy. But never accept defeat. Please, TNA. Chris Melendez, that needs to be on the shirt. Never accept defeat. Then Eric Young comes out and says, I already beat you. You don't want to be in that ring with me. I'll kill you. Blah, 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 blah. They have a match where Melendez just gets his ass mollywopped. And it ends in a power driver. I don't know if it's just that the power driver looks more brutal on smaller guys. I'm not saying Chris Melendez is a small guy. Maybe it's like a leg that, you know, he can lift up a little bit better. I don't know what it is, but on Rockstar Spud, Melendez, that power driver that EY hits just looks more devastating. I don't know. So this continues the feud between Chris Melendez and Eric Young. It's a classic it's another underdog story, kind of. You know, it's a guy that, you know, he's achieved a lot in life, sort of, or whatever. You know, Army Sergeant, lost his leg, war hero, but he's in this new field of business where he's the new guy, he's the rookie, and he's getting beat up, completely tracked by this psychotic wrestling veteran. But instead of, you know, tucking his tail between his legs and running, he's just going to keep coming back and back and back until he finally gets that one single solitary victory to prove that he belongs in the wrestling business. So then you get the Revolution, aka James Storm and Serena, versus Mickie James and Magnus. It was pretty much James Storm and Magnus for the most part of the match. James Storm, damn, is he good. Magnus, he was playing more of the get beat up role, but damn, James Storm, how good is he? When Mickie James and Serena finally do get tagged in, it was like a quick flash or whatever. Serena, I know she wrestles way better than that. The best move she hit was like a front gut buster. I've seen more from Serena. Look what Serena did versus Kana. Truly excellent. And then what is it? Oh yeah, Serena calls for Corey to come from the back. Corey comes from the back after like 2 minutes. Tries to hit Madness with a big walking stick, but he instead hits James Storm. Madness gets rid of Corey. Hopefully, we'll see something where James Storm is like, Corey, why did you come out here? I'm the leader, not her. Don't listen to her, blah, 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 blah. And then Mickie James hits that jumping DDT, which I guess is now her finisher. Has it always been her finisher? She's got the mid kick, that DDT. I think that's it. But yeah, whatever. So she hits the DDT. It was kind of sloppy because Serena didn't have the strength to hold. That's what makes Mickie James DDT look so awesome. You have to have a woman or a man has to have enough strength to hit the DDT to hold her up and then come forward. She didn't have enough strength. As you can see, when she got the victory and then she hit it on James Storm, it looked perfect because James Storm, he had more upper body strength to hold her up and then whatever. So then you get the final part. And this is the part that kind of threw me for a loop or whatever, because it was Jeff Jarrett's Hall of Fame induction speech, and I was expecting he was going to trash Dizzy Carter. You fucking bitch, you stole my company, even though I sold it to you, blah, 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 blah. I want my company back. I'm taking it back with GFW, and GFW started coming and it's a brawl. It's a brawl for all. But it didn't happen. Jeff Jarrett cut a very heartfelt speech about, the wrestling business, TNA, even acknowledged WWE stars that came over and helped build the company, S-Vision star, the tag team, AJ Styles. He just even gave props to Dixie Carter, saying that, if it wasn't for her and her money and everything, there would be no TNA because he didn't have it at the time. A lot of people forget to realize that at that point, but TNA wouldn't be here without Dixie Carter's money and other influences around business, not just wrestling, but around business, to all the business experts. There would be no TNA without a Dixie Carter because Jeff Jarrett was struggling at the time to keep TNA's doors open. So he acknowledged that fact, and it just felt very, it was a heartfelt moment. No swerves, no attacks. It cuts off, and then all the stars are out there, the faces, they're like giving Jeff Jarrett props. Gail Kim wasn't out there, and I like that touch because Gail Kim is supposed to be his secret anomaly or whatever, or like now ghostly type. I don't know what kind of character, mystic type character. So it's good she wasn't out there, even though she's whatever. So all in all, that was good. But the entire show, watchable, just not great. So hopefully next week, No Surrender, they have some good matches on here. Just off the top of my head, EC3 versus Matt Hardy in a Full Metal Mayhem match. The only thing was going to be on there, the Dollhouse versus Brooke, Mr. Anderson versus Bram. The promo Bram cut. Oh my God, fucking Bram. The Bram. Let's see. Okay, I forgot. It's some other matches, but anyway, hopefully No Surrender picks up the pace a little bit. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Blah 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 blah.